Greetings fellow traders, this is Max and welcome to my Sunday market analysis where I'm gonna analyze the market and share with you my top trades for the upcoming week. And today I'd like to start with the pair from the bottom of my list actually, and this is going to be GBP NZD. So I have held a long position through last week, the entire last week actually, and I'm still in that position. So I'd like to analyze this pair first here. I want to start on the weekly chart and we see that we are still on this level here, which is a round psychological level, the 2.23 round psychological level. And we see this gigantic wick here on the weekly chart. It is a really neutral candlestick formation, a really neutral pin bar candlestick, kind of inverse actually. But I would consider it more a doji star, which shows that there's a certain indecisiveness in the market. And I do believe that even with this strong selling on the daily, we are still above this level here. And on the 4 hour, we also lost kind of the momentum here, the momentum of the selling pressure. So I believe, or I am still going to stay in this long position and will wait for price to actually turn around and head further to the upside to then reach my first profit target, which is around this level here. So this is going to be the plan for GBP NZD. And now I'm going to continue with the top of the list. And here we have Euro AUD. So last week on the weekly chart, I was looking for possible long positions. I did not get a clean entry to enter long position here actually. It looked like a flag formation and it still does, but we actually broke this recent area of interest and former support area here. We just broke it, we kind of retested it already, but I do want to see a retracement on the daily chart into this area again, sweep some of the liquidity and then maybe give me some selling signal to actually sell Euro AUD with the first profit target being around this level here, I would say. So this is a trade I will be very patient with, and I will just really patiently wait for price to come back into the area, sweep the liquidity, show the selling pressure, maybe even reject the EMA here and then sell Euro AUD. The trade might look like as if it was gone already, and that could be, so it might just head further down now and then turn around. If that's the case, I'm not going to be interested in this trade anymore, but this is going to be my plan, a short position on Euro AUD. The next pair I'm looking at is Euro CHF. So on the weekly chart, we see here we didn't really create a clear new low, but we actually retraced here and now had this almost engulfing weekly candlestick here. So on the daily, it looks like kind of a bullish flag formation here, right? But we are still around this former support area here. It looks like we are rejecting it. I will be careful with this trade. It doesn't look too convincing to me, but I will just wait for a quick break and retest of this area here under with some, maybe followed by the trend line. I'm not going to trade the trend line, but I just want to see the proper selling pressure here to then maybe open a sell position on Euro CHF with the first profit target probably being around this level here, or maybe even the support level down here. But I believe this is the best profit target, the best first profit target for this trade. It's more of a higher risk approach in my opinion, so I will just be careful and be patient with my entry. Next pair is Euro GBP. So on the weekly chart, we also see kind of this sort of bullish flag formation as we saw on Euro AUD before. And we have certain areas of interest here, certain levels. We have this strong weekly level here where we peak below now. But we also have this area here, which was a resistance level and is now probably turning into support. So I want to wait for price to get further down into this area, sweep some of the liquidity, maybe reject the EMA properly, give me my entry to then buy Euro GBP. Also, if we invert the scale, we see it's kind of like a really on, let's say on the weekly, some sort of head and shoulders, if you will. So we have the head here, left shoulder, right shoulder, and we are just going to retest it. So some more patience is required. Maybe it's going to be in 2 weeks, this trade, but I'll be interested in short positions for now on Euro GBP. So even on a daily, we actually broke this level here, we retested it, and there might be some selling pressure now. And if price comes down here and it shows some signs of reversal, then I'm going to be looking for long opportunities. Next pair will be Euro JPY. So the weekly looks as if it was ranging quite a lot here, but we broke this level here, which was a resistance level before, and we kind of strongly broke it, but still the weekly closed almost kind of neutral, but still with bullish pressure. So what I'm waiting for now is I'm waiting for price to get back into the area here, sweep some of the liquidity around this round psychological level, the 163 level, and then I want to see reversal signs of the price here on the lower time frame again, giving my entry signal, sweep the liquidity, and just show some bullish pressure to then actually buy Euro JPY. So it's pretty much also simple break and retest trade. If we were to scale, head and shoulders, not the prettiest one, but that's totally fine. So we broke the neckline, waiting for the retest of this inverse head and shoulders neckline here, and then buy Euro JPY. The next pair I'm looking at is Euro USD. Last week I was already looking for possible long positions, but we haven't reached my desired area of interest where I'm looking for those possible long positions. So I want to wait for price to get back into the 1.12 round psychological level here. I want to see some rejection, liquidity sweep, and then actually bullish signs that the price is returning back up again. So some more patience is required. There could actually be a possible entry this week, or it might actually be the week after this week. Maybe we have a relatively neutral week here, or the liquidity sweep week. So it might just take some more time, but I will look closely on or have my eyes on Euro USD for possible long positions. The next pair is GBP JPY. So we see here, if we put a trend line on the weekly chart, it's just helping me to understand the direction of the price. I'm not actively trading the trend lines, but if we look here on the weekly chart, we see that we have this interesting area here that has been rejected several times, acted as some kind of support, and on the daily it's actually a little more clear. So what I'm waiting now, actually we have this kind of daily head and shoulders pattern here. This looked like the break, and now this is some kind of retest here. So now I'm looking on the lower time frames for some signs of reversal, shift of structure, lower highs, to then possibly open a short position on GBP JPY, retesting the neckline of this daily head and shoulders pattern here to then sell. Going to require some more time. Patience is really important here, so I will be patient. We already talked about GBP NZD, so I'm going to skip to my last pair that is on my closer watch list, which is NZD USD. On the weekly, we see here very strong bullish buying power, a lot of buying power. We broke this former resistance area and former support area. It might now turn into support again. So I want to see maybe a week rejecting the 50 EMA here again on the daily chart. Pretty much the same. I just want to wait for price to get back into the area, sweep some of the liquidity, maybe reject the EMA. It could actually come down here, but I would much more prefer it if price just came back into the area and then give me my entry signal, some bullish signs of just a bullish sense of price reversal here to then actually buy NZD USD. Also a fairly simple break and retest trade. Of course, the major trend still looks kind of bearish, but this looks like we might actually turn around in price movement, and first profit target could be, for example, this one here, the 0.605 round psychological level. I've analyzed the other pairs as well, and I have set alarms that are going to notify me and go off if price reaches certain areas. Then I will have a closer look at those pairs again, and even share the trade ideas in my free Telegram channel, which you can join at any time. I will put the link to it into the video description. But for now, those are my trades that I prefer the most for this week, but who knows, there might be other trade ideas coming up during this week. I will also put a link to my other socials into the video description, so you can have a look at those as well if you're interested. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below and I will try to answer your questions. I wish you a successful trading week. Thank you for watching, and remember to manage your risk properly. See you next Sunday.